The cruise line industry definitely has to make some major changes going forward. And it's not just because of the COVID-19 pandemic that has happened. Long before that, they were known to have outbreaks already. But did they make any of those necessary changes? I would say not. Probably the only thing that I noticed when I was cruising was the hand sanitation, and that was after they had the Norwalk virus. They thought it's time to make sure that people clean their hands before they went into restaurants, when they were getting on the ship. And so that was probably the only change that they made. But that wasn't good enough. They definitely have to make better changes, and they are coming. Many of the cruise ships have already implemented those going forward. What are those changes that we're going to be seeing in the future? And the future being basically right now, as of right now, August the 1st is the startup date for most of these cruise lines. And one of the changes is no more buffet. And the reason is because obviously people have their hands in there. So what they want to replace it with is going to be a-la-carte menus or things like a food court, anywhere where somebody is serving you and therefore you're not having multiple hands all over the food. One of the other things that they're going to be looking at too is temperature checks. A lot more temperature checks when you get on the ship, when you get on the ship again after coming back from a port excursion, maybe even just randomly as necessary throughout your cruise. They may have to be taking temperatures at that time as well. Add on top of that the continuation of the hand sanitization when you're going into the restaurants. Those kind of things will also still be in place. As well as one of the other things they're going to be doing is a very thorough health questionnaire. And that's for everybody, young and old alike. Anybody that's on the cruise ship will need to fill out this very extensive health questionnaire. And yes, you could be denied getting on the ship. That's just the way it's going to be from now on. So there are a few other things that the cruise lines also has to take a look at is also security. It is really important that they bump up their security and make them visible for the safety of passengers as well, where there's known that the crime rate on some of these cruise ships can be significantly high considering that they are just this floating city out there. One of the other things that we might see is it takes a little bit longer for them to do their cleaning. From the time that someone disembarks until embarkation, usually it's only a couple of hours. We may actually see upwards of 24 hours so that they can do a thorough deep cleaning in between those cruises. Another thing is also they are going to be reducing the amount of capacity that they have so that they can maintain some form of social distancing while they're on the ship. So cruise lines are known that they can actually make a profit at just running at 30%. And so that is very feasible for them to not have a full to capacity 3,000, 2,000 passengers. What we will be seeing as we go forward though are those changes. What they are going to be pretty extensive. Hopefully, being this really contained close quarters, they are able to pull it off. The cruising industry is a great way to vacation, but it does come with a lot of caveats and it does have its bad points as well. But I hope that they figure it out and they make it much more safe and healthy for all of us going forward. So tell me now, are you somebody who loves to cruise? And if so, do you think that you will continue to cruise in the coming days, years that we have ahead of us? I am somebody who does love to cruise and I want to continue cruising, but I am going to wait and see what are the changes that they have made and have they made a big difference in the way that we continue to cruise, as well as our own safety is taken into consideration. Looking forward to seeing you again next week. If this is your first time visiting this channel, please consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button that's down below. Adios, have yourself a wonderful week and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.